Dave Stieb and Paul Molitor. Dave Stieb and Paul Molitor. Dave Stieb dominated the mound in the 80s for your Blue Jays and was a big part of their early success. He pitched the only no-hitter in team history and helped the Blue Jays get to the postseason in '92. Paul Molitor signed with the team in '93 and was a key to getting the Blue Jays back to the postseason. Hitting .500 for the series, he was named the '93 World Series MVP.
When we come back, Dave Stieb joins us on the call. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center, streaming at sportsnet.ca and the Blue Jays Radio Network. Welcome to the Timbermart broadcast booth. Strong build starting the dugout with the right game plan and the right materials. From framing lumber to finishing supplies, your local Timbermart helps you build with confidence from the ground up. That's a home run build at Timbermart, Canada's building center. Bottom of the fourth, no score. First pitch of the inning goes to Nathan Lucas. It's fouled away, 0-1. I'm Ben Shulman alongside Chris LaRue, and we have the pleasure of being joined by Blue Jays all-time great pitcher, Dave Stieb. Dave, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
How has it been getting back here, reconnecting with everyone as Lucas hits one to left field foul out of play 0-2 and getting to see your old teammates again?
Well, as always, it's always great to come back here and see all the guys, share stories, share what's going on in our lives. It's always a good time.
When was the last time you were back in Toronto?
I think 2022.
It's been a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable when you're back? Do you feel like you were here last weekend every time you come back?
Yeah, I'm always comfortable coming here. I loved it here. Fans have always been great to me, and ballpark's beautiful. It's a great environment. It's nice. I mean, I kind of dread flying across the country, but once I'm here, it's always great.
Ground out by Nathan Lucas to third base, and there's one out. You have such a perspective on where the Blue Jays have come from and where they went when you debuted from '79 all the way to '92 when they won the World Series. As Guerrero lifts the ball out to center field, Peters back leaps, and it's off the wall. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. around first. He's into second with the one-out double. You got to see what the organization was like when it first started, essentially, and then when they reached the mountaintop for the first time. What was that like for you, being on those teams that built it in the 80s and then getting to be alongside them in '92 as well?
I think it was a cool thing to experience, just seeing the process of, losing over 100 games when I first came up and slowly getting better and better and better and, having hope that one day we'll be a contender. And it did happen, but I think it's kind of special to have gone through that as far as opposed to just being on a great team right away. I mean, there's learning experiences and so forth, and you're cutting your teeth, and you got to learn to get better and evolve, and it was fun to watch this organization grow like that and be a big part of it.
Did you happen to catch Dylan Cease take that no-hitter into the ninth inning last week?
I sure did.
How'd you feel about that?
Well, it's crazy. I was at the Peppermill Pool with my grandkids, and Kevin Boland's son, the guy that wrote my book, his son texted me in about the eighth inning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And I went by, he called me, but I didn't answer the phone. But I knew it had something to do with something like that. So I went by the bar area outside, and they had one TV and they had the game on. And I go, oh, sweet. I'm going to be able to watch this. And he came out in the ninth inning, and, guy had struck out 3 times, gets a hit. And I'm going, wow, that's got to hurt.
Well, you know how
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, but, like I said, that's got to hurt.
How do you feel as a guy that's been through that? How do you feel when that happens?
It's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as many times as I have, and the way they happen. I mean, a bad hop one game, the next game,
Springer with the grounder up the middle. That's going to scoot into center field. Guerrero around third. He'll come in to score. The Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead on a George Springer single in the fourth.
So, yeah, it's one thing to lose a no-hitter, but lose it in the ninth inning, 2 outs on a bad hop. And then the next game, 2 outs, ninth inning, lose it on a bloop over McGriff's glove. It's really disappointing and disheartening, but obviously there's still a game to win. And, the one bad hop game, it was 1-0. And fortunately, the next guy flies out and got a one-hitter. Next game, winning, I think, maybe 4-0. It had some room. But, it's still, you gotta close the game out, because I've seen so many guys with no hitters in the ninth that just get crushed and lose the game. So there is that. And then, of course, the worst thing is 26 straight outs here against the Yankees in '89. And, the umpire calls the first pitch a ball, and I'm going, no, man, there's no way. That's got to be a strike. Because I usually hit a guy or walk a guy, so there's no perfect game involved. And he called it a ball, and I'm going, you cannot call that a ball.
This
then
is pre-ABS challenge system.
Yeah. And then the next pitch was way inside, and then said, 2-0, I got to throw him a strike because I'm stupid. I should have just pitched around him maybe and started over and just kept the no-hitter intact, forget the perfect game. But, Roberto Kelly hit a line drive, and if you're going to lose it, that's a good way to lose it, I guess, on a solid hit. But and that was a 2-0 game, and there's no way this game was going to be lost. And, Sachs hits a blooper fly ball, and now it's 2-1. And then Poloni hits a bullet to Gruber. What a great play he made. He stabs it and forces him out at second base, and I win 2-1. And that's all I cared about at that point. But it was heartbreaking.
Okamoto strikes out Varsha with a quick ground out to first, and that'll do it for the inning, Dave. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us, and hope you have a fun rest of the day.
Thank you.
Dave Stieb joining us on the call. The Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead on a George Springer single to the fifth inning. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center, streaming on the Sportsnet app and the Blue Jays Radio Network. 1-0 Blue Jays. We start the fifth inning with a swing and a miss by Braden Montgomery as Shane Bieber again gets ahead. It's 0-1. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today, and thank you again to Pat Borders and Dave Stieb, two Blue Jays legends who gave us some of their time on a celebratory day for them and all their teammates today. Really, really awesome to have them be a part of the broadcast.